What's going on, the viewers of iPhone iPad review? As you can see, I am not Time, and Time was kind enough for me, Ray, of iRabbit Game, to make a guest video of the comparison between the iPhone 4S and the iPhone 5. Now, I have my own YouTube tech channel on YouTube called iRabbit Game. Make sure you check that out for more videos from me. Now let's get to this comparison. Now inside the box of the iPhone 4S we have the AC adapter, the 30-pin cable, and the really crappy headphones from Apple. Inside the box of the iPhone 5 we have the AC adapter, the new lightning cable, and the new Apple EarPods. Now taking a look at the new lightning connector by Apple, as you can see it's very slim, very sleek. It's reversible, meaning you could put it in both ways. Now let's take a look at the actual phones. On the left we have the iPhone 5 and on the right we have the iPhone 4S. The iPhone 5 has a black anodized aluminum back, and there's no more glass back except for the two bars at the bottom. The iPhone 4S still has the glass back and the antenna strip that houses the entire phone inside. It's a good design change that Apple put on the iPhones, and I like it a lot. It's growing on me a lot. Let's take a closer look at the iPhone 5. Now the iPhone 5 is actually 0.30 inches thick. That is the thinnest smartphone in the world. I know, yeah. And it is actually 3.95 ounces, significantly lighter than the iPhone 4S or the iPhone 4. It is 4 inches with a 1136 by 640 Retina display, so that means it's just going to be a lot taller than the iPhone 4S. It has a 1.4 gigahertz dual-core A6 processor, gonna be great for taking videos, playing games, and just day-to-day computing on this phone. Finally, there is 4G LTE radios in this thing, so it's gonna be 4G LTE compatible, but it matters where you are in the world. It has an 8 megapixel back camera and a 1.2 megapixel front camera, much improved. Now let's whip out the iPhone 4S. It is 0.37 inches thick, just a little bit thicker than the iPhone 5. It is 4.9 ounces, that is significantly heavier than the iPhone 5. It has a 3.5 inch 960 by 640 Retina display, so it has that 4:3 ratio screen. Unfortunately, it has a 800 megahertz dual-core A5 processor, meaning you're not going to have the processing power that the iPhone 5 has. The back camera on the iPhone 4S is basically the same as the back camera on the iPhone 5, but the front-facing camera on the iPhone 4S is 0.3 megapixels compared to the iPhone 5, which is 1.2. Now, side-by-side comparisons, the iPhone 5 has a much taller screen, meaning there's more real estate for applications for just everyday use. And just a little side note, there is a difference between the front camera on both phones. Now, going around the phone, it is basically almost the same. As you can see, the thickness in the phones. On the bottom we have the iPhone 5, and on top on the iPhone 4S. Here's a look of the new lightning dock on the iPhone 5, and on the top of both phones it is relatively different. Now the iPhone 5 camera is not that different from the iPhone 4S, but it is 40% faster than the iPhone 4S, which is a bonus. As you can see, it is taking much more faster pictures than the iPhone 4S. Now both phones run iOS 6, which is the newest operating system for both phones, basically completely the same on both phones. So one of the biggest changes on the iPhone 5 compared to the iPhone 4S is that it has 4G LTE, and where I am right now, which is the Bay Area of California, United States, I have relatively great 4G connectivity. I'm getting 30, sometimes 30 down, 25 down, compared to 3G on the iPhone 4S, which is 1 down. Very happy with all the results I got with the iPhone 5 on 4G LTE. Really recommend it. It's just much faster than the iPhone 4S. You just load web pages and data much faster. Now for this next CPU test, as you can see, the multitasking is completely cleared. Let's run Temple Run. iPhone 5 on the left, iPhone 4S on the right. iPhone 5 is just running just a little bit faster. And it's a great example of the processing power on the iPhone 5. Videos on the iPhone 5 look great compared to the letterbox on the iPhone 4S. So now you can view videos in full screen. Now everything else is just iOS 6 exclusive on both phones. So you have your iOS 6 maps and 3D features and stuff, and you have your panoramic photo mode. So I'm not going to tell you which phone is best for you. Obviously, you guys have to do that by yourself. But as you can see from the video and the comparison, the iPhone 5 is significantly superior than the iPhone 4S. Both phones are great competitors in the smartphone industry, but if you have an iPhone 4S already and you're comfortable with it, then you really don't need to upgrade to the iPhone 4S. if you have an iPhone 4 or an iPhone 3G or anything besides an iPhone, you know, the iPhone 5 is one of the hottest smartphones on the market today. The nude anodized aluminum design with the two-toned glass bars is just a little bit more menacing than the simple and sophisticated iPhone 4S glass back. So those are my opinions. I really want to know what your opinions are. Make sure you comment down below of whether or not the iPhone 5 should have beat the iPhone 4S. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Special thanks for Time for allowing me to do a guest video on this channel. Make sure you check out my channel if you have any more questions or just want to watch more awesome videos. Anyway, it's Ray here with iPhone iPad review. Catch you guys later. Peace.